If we meander in areas you don't want to be, just say, hey, we'll talk. Man, that's serious though, man.
And now, you're listening to Talk Back Natchitoches with Pastor Steve Harris.
Good morning. It is Monday. Talk Back Natchitoches. And yours truly, Pastor Stephen Harris. And listen, we are supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We are just wanting for you to share, like, and invite Lottie Dottie and everybody. And we're going to begin like we've always begun, and that is with a word of prayer. Lord God, how we thank you, how we praise, glorify, magnify, and lift you up. For Lord, this is surely the day that you've made, and we're going to rejoice and be exceedingly glad in it. Lord, recently we celebrated liberation and things like that, but Lord, there's no liberation like the liberation of the soul. Yes. Lord, to be free, to give to you everything that we are, because Lord, if we are ever to be what you've called us to be, it's because of you. Yes, your grace and mercy brought us where we're at today. And Lord God, we ask that this segment will be both informative, inspiring, and impactful. Yes. We give you the praise, glory, and adoration. Yes. It is in the matchless and awesome name of Jesus Christ we do pray. Amen. 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 Listen, hopefully you had a wonderful weekend and holiday. We do know. Thank you for the person of the negative voice or whatever. Thank you for straightening that situation out, because truly I was going to come in, but I said ain't no need of arguing with. I know what I heard. I couldn't believe somebody. Well, anyway, that's none of my business. I just thought maybe listen to. Give you some more dates right quick. So, November the what? 3rd, okay? Put that on your calendar. Also, put on your calendar October the 5th. I think that's the date. October the 5th is your last day for registering to vote. And October the 13th is the last day you can register online, okay? So please, these particular dates, we need you to make sure that you know these particular dates. And then I'll come back and tell you about other things, but I'm so excited about our guest today. I've known him for a little while now, and as I look at over his life, it has been a constant, progressive getting to where God wants you to be, man. And in saying that, I just want you to introduce yourself to our listening audience. Talk back. Who is Rodrick Johnson? And do they call you coach? Do they call you attention? Do they call you, because, man, you have put on many hats. Yes, sir. And we're going to talk about some of those hats. And one of the things I can appreciate you about more than anything is your vertical in this world. Your vertical, your up and down. Yes, sir. Your relationship with the Lord, man. A lot of men, they don't wear their faith on their sleeve, but you do. Yes, sir. Only preachers wear their faith on their sleeves, but now, you can be preacher too, you carry the word, laity or whatever, but I just know that you carry your faith on your sleeve, and that's great, man. So tell our audience something about Rodrick.
At the core of Rodrick, I've always been a teacher. It's just remembering back as a kid in the neighborhood with the little kids. I was always coaching them, even as a young one. So for me, it's just like you said, it's just really getting in that place where God is calling me to be. And coming from law enforcement, coming from military, always having that calling on me, knowing that God has so much more. I remember a conversation I had with one of my buddies, my best friends, like a brother, David Darcy, and we was talking about the school system, and we was talking about how jacked up it was. And the crazy part is we had some answers, but we couldn't change it.
Right.
Because outside of systems, you can't change it unless you get into it.
Right.
And I said, one day I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be a teacher, coach, and even spoke principal.
Yeah.
Miss Sandy Aisha, she reminded me. She said,
I just mentioned
Rodrick, do you remember when you said you was gonna be in the schools? And look at you now. And that's what I'm learning is whatever we said, we shall have it.
Wow.
Whatever we said.
The power of life and death
is in the tongue.
Power
is in the tongue.
Going somewhere.
Yes.
It starts with saying it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, just my wife bought me this shirt, and I love it because I always been a little different.
Built.
I always. Even as a young one, I just didn't fit in with the normal crowd.
Yeah.
I didn't care about the Jordans. I didn't care about the stuff. It was, how can I serve? That's just me as a heart.
You didn't fit in because you stood out.
That's it. So for me, it was always, how can I serve? Military, serving, even getting out, I went to college. My degree is in health and exercise science.
Okay.
I only got it because I wanted to go back to my community and serve, because I see where diabetes was ravaging. Mom dealing with diabetes, dad dealing with diabetes.
Legs getting cut off.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mom is truly going through this right now.
Yeah.
So for me, it was always, how can I get the education I need to bring back to the people who need it most?
Right.
And honestly, the black culture, black community, we need it more than anything.
Absolutely.
So my heart was always as a servant. That's just it. And I used to hate that I was built different, but now I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying it now.
Right.
Because that difference is what I stand on, because I can fit in with the crowd.
Yeah.
It's easy to fit in with the crowd, but it only takes 1% more to be better than the next person. And it's not even a comparison to the person. It's just getting into that place where God is calling you. It only takes a little more effort.
This is where I belong.
Yes.
Because if you don't know whether this is where you belong, people will talk you out of your place.
Yes.
Because they want you to be the same place they're at.
Yes, sir.
You know, and where they're at, you have to ask the question, are you impacting where you're at?
Yes, sir.
Are you just there just to get along?
That's good.
You know.
That's good.
Man, and just our conversation the last 5 minutes before we got on has just been extraordinary, and man, you know, because you military,
yes, sir,
and always knew that because you were a resource officer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so from a resource officer, you decided to, hey, look, there's more that I want to do.
Yes, sir. And to be honest, I left Natchitoches Sheriff's Department and I went to Red
River,
River, and I seen some of the same stuff. So it's like, it's not just a Natchitoches thing. This is stuff that's going on everywhere.
Right.
And once again, it's not many black men in the school system to help make a change. And there was a situation that's why I left Red River. There was a situation that I addressed as a law enforcement that shouldn't have been going on, and the community didn't even like it.
Wow.
The leaders.
And that's what happens.
Yes. So I got a lot of flack, and it was bringing a lot of attention to other officers, because if I'm in the schools to address situations, even if it's the grown-ups that's causing it, I'm going to have to address it. Well, they didn't want that.
You know, the other thing is we got weak leaders.
Yes.
We got weak men that won't stand up for what they believe in, and they're afraid of their jobs and things like that. But when you know who you are, you stand 10 toes down like 4 flats on a Cadillac. You ain't scared of nothing, because I know who I am.
That's it.
You know, and I can appreciate that about you. You said something, man. Look, I want you to tell about that elephant.
Okay. So that's good. I read a lot of stories, and I'm an avid reader, because I understand that reading is the way that we get all the stuff that we need. Everything they said, everything you want to put in the book to keep from a black man is put it in a
Put it
book.
in a
And
book.
that's it. So for me,
Yeah.
I read a story about some elephants, some wild elephants. They were the calves that were in Africa, and it was going around tearing up everything. And the people couldn't understand what was the problem, what was the issue, and why these elephants were running wild. Well, somebody had the grand idea, hey, we got the bulls working all day. What if we let these bulls loose and have them address the calves? That's what they're called. So they did it. They released some of the bulls, and the bulls were able to get the attention of the calves. They were able to put them in their place. They was able to address them because that's their purpose. That was their job. That was a part of who they are. Fathers, if they can't be released to address the men, the young boy that's coming up, we're going to have this problem cycle. It's going to just go over and over. Because nobody's addressing the young men that's coming up. Nobody's teaching them. Nobody's setting the boundaries. And where there's no boundaries.
Right. We got black men locked up, making money off of them in these private prisons. But we saying we want to change.
Yes. Change gonna come at a cost, and nobody wants to pay the cost.
Right.
And unless somebody pay the cost, somebody step up and says, "Hey, something has to be done different," it's gonna be continuing over and over. And I seen the changes even before all these shootings started taking place. I saw the changes coming.
Right.
I brought it to the leaders at the sheriff department when I was there.
Right.
And it was okay. We'll deal with it later. It's just. There was never a answer to the problem. And
I'm going to tell you what the answer, can we afford it?
Can we afford it?
Can we afford not to?
Yeah, yes. And sadly, most of the latest shootings, I know those kids.
Right.
I was in the schools with them. It's just,
we know them.
Yes, I knew them. And it's hard to address a kid because we get dare. You do maybe an hour of dare. It's hard to change a whole mindset in an hour.
Right.
10 hours, what it is, 1 hour a week, 10 hours in the course of the thing. So it's hard to change the mindset in that amount of time. So I even came up with the idea of bringing a quote-unquote boot camp during the summertime to get some of these youths off the streets.
Yes.
And even that was shut down because it was going to cost too much.
Oh, man.
And what bothered me was we already had 12 SROs in the school system. We had availability of the schools.
Right.
And back then it was Dr. Skinner. And Dr. Skinner
he was going to give it. He ready. Yeah.
And he was open to any suggestions that we had,
Yeah.
but it just never went anywhere.
And it all comes back to, can we afford it?
Can we afford it?
But then my question is, can we afford not to?
Cannot.
We just got through with a boot camp with my good friend, Pastor Osi Charles, and he'll be on sometime this week. But for them 5 days, we knew where those children were at.
Yep.
And listen, can I tell you, but they're no different than my grandchildren. My grandson will try his mama. He try his grandmother. But I'll look at him.
Yeah.
And he start crying and
Yes.
stuff. Because he know you messing up.
Yep.
And then he'll say stuff like, no. I said, what did you say, boy? But that is just the nature of a male.
Yes.
To correct those type of behaviors. And then you start talking about our opposition on defiant disorder. There ain't no opposition to defiant disorder. That's a kid that didn't learn early on that you don't say no to your mama.
Yes, sir.
Or your daddy. But daddy wasn't there for him. Hey, what did you say to your mama, boy?
Yep. There's nobody addressing them.
Yeah.
So now they're running wild. And there was something you said. You said the men are weak. And this is, man, I heard this quote. Hard times make strong people. Weak times make weak people.
Yeah.
We had it so easy for so long.
Right.
Now, I mean, just think about school. There was a point in time people used to walk miles to get to school.
That's right.
They have made it so easy.
Yeah. Especially black.
Yes.
Every black school that I know has been closed down in that community. They call them community schools.
Yes, sir.
But in the white community, they got the community schools. But black folks used to, where my church is at, that was a school there. People drove the wagons and all that kind of stuff. 80-some community black schools.
Wow.
If the history be told right. And we had better educated kids, because not only was the teacher their Sunday school teacher, their actual teacher,
yes,
they were in the community
yes.
with them and things like that. They just celebrated the LNC this weekend. Listen, all kind of black educators.
Yes, sir.
But like you said, we got it too easy. The first thing black folks do now, when a school closed down, go by it in 10 years. Unless they do something with it, they throwing rocks at it and everything.
Yeah.
So my question is, are they hating education that bad and don't recognize whether you go, and I highly recommend that any young person goes to military first.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And for me, it's going to teach you a discipline that you can't find anywhere else. And it gets you out of your comfort zone. We have been too comfortable. One of the worst things we ever created was chairs. I hate to say it. Because we get comfortable.
Yeah.
And in the military, it's going to bring something out of you that no other place. I mean, there's no training like it. It challenges you mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, and then you build bonds. I just reconnected with one of my brothers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hadn't seen him in over 10 years.
Yeah.
And the connection is just like yesterday.
So
oh my God, go ahead.
That's what I wanted to talk about too. And we just, the conversation is so easy, man. We just perusing into different things. How did serving in the military change your outlook on life?
Oh my God! It just showed me that it did. It showed me that I can do anything. Like there's the sky's the limits. And for me, once again, it just got me out of the normal, because I could easily see myself. Yeah. I could have easily went into selling drugs. I could easily went into just doing some craziness, because that's the community that I lived in.
Yeah.
But for me, it got me out of my comfort zone and it put me in a place where I couldn't depend on mama. They ain't there.
Right.
I literally had to find a way to really rely on the people around me and build those relationships, because that's the key to everything.
Yeah.
Relationship is the key to everything. So it helped me it showed me that if you're willing to go through it, can't nothing stop you.
Yeah.
Can't nothing be denied to the person who won't be denied.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And what's crazy was, I didn't think like that in high school. I mean, I knew I had some get up about me, but I never pushed it.
Right,
I played football. I did the bare minimum. I was on a powerlifting team. I did, the bare minimum. Now I'm looking like, how much more can I do? And I'm twice the age now.
Right.
Because it's showing me that if you put in the work, the results are automatically going to come.
Discipline is the key to any success.
Everything.
Discipline.
Yes.
And military gives you that discipline. Focus it.
Yeah.
So what did you Army, Air Force?
I was Army. I was a 63 Mike, which is a Bradley mechanic. It's a heavy tank type of vehicle.
Yeah.
But man, when I tell you I enjoyed it, because it literally just learning. I like taking stuff apart. Oh my God! Even as a little kid, I can remember my mama just buying some new appliance, and I want to figure out how it worked.
Yeah.
So that was always me. I want to take stuff apart so that if I ever have an issue, I can figure it out. Yeah. And if we can teach our kids how to think and not just school is great, but most sadly, it don't teach them how to think. It just teach them how to repeat what they heard.
Robots.
Yeah.
We're creating robots. I've been saying this.
So for me, I don't want to challenge them. Even in my PE class, we learned more than PE. It was more than just the physical. We did math problems. We raced and see who can do the problem the fastest. We raced and see who can write the words that I call out the fastest and the neatest. So it wasn't just, because when God showed me this, is like, if they can't read, how are they going to read my words?
Come on.
If they can't read the little level 1 books, how are they going to get into the word and really be able to dive into it? And when I heard that, I was like, okay, now I got to shift something. Because once you hear it, you got to do something different. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to do the different things because it's going to cost more work on you in order to get it done. So,
and back in the days, we worked.
Yes.
We got it done. We built America.
Yes.
As quiet as it's kept, and go back to Africa. What? I ain't never been to Africa, but I built this.
Yes, sir.
My forefathers built this. Every war we fought in.
Yes, sir.
So Man, look, we're going to take a little break here, and we're going to come back as soon as possible.
Yes.
All right. Oh, man. Yes, indeed. So you did your basic training where?
Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Man.
First time seeing snow up there.
In Kentucky.
Oh yeah, Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Then you did your...
After basic, you go to AIT, which was also in Kentucky, same station. After that, I did a year in Korea, and that's where I learned that everybody goes to military.
Yes.
All men go to military.
In Korea.
So I couldn't understand why wasn't that something implemented here, but every country's ran different.
And guess what else? Same thing in Israel.
Yeah.
Israel don't even do their when they taking their people to jail and prison and stuff like that. It ain't like that.
Wow.
They treat them with the utmost respect, get them trained because they don't want them coming back. They don't have no private prisons.
Yes.
They don't have no private prisons. But we got private prisons. How the heck you gonna tell me you trying to rehabilitate somebody that I make money off the back of you coming into this prison system?
Yes, sir.
Come on, that's not that. Look, Stevie Wonder can see something wrong with that picture.
Yes, sir. Yep.
You know. So, and we are back. That's my boy, Preston Durr. He'll get them rats out. Listen, by the way, y'all need to hit me up if y'all looking for some assurance and insurance for a burial and things. Moses and Moses, they'll help get you right. We were at a funeral earlier, this weekend, and did a wonderful job. But listen, you talk about military and how military helped shape you,
yes, sir,
and things like that. Now, where are you originally from?
I'm from a town called Garyville. It's real small.
Garyville, Louisiana?
Yes, sir. That's where I'm originally from, yes.
Listen, Garyville is, they call it Cancer Alley.
That is correct.
All of those.
All down that river.
St. John the Baptist Parish.
Yep.
I think it's in St. John the Baptist Parish. If it ain't in St. John, it's in St. James.
Nope, St. John.
St. John.
Cancer Alley. Yep.
Well, listen, you're talking about a little old place. That is a metropolis, man.
That's it.
So you probably know where Whitney Plantation is.
Yes, sir.
At.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The only slave museum in the nation.
Wow.
It sure is.
Wow.
And when you go in that place, you never forget. But I know exactly where Garyville is.
Not too many know about
I know exactly where Garyville is at. So then you go from military into, how did you get in law enforcement?
I graduated NSU.
Okay.
So after the military, I graduated NSU in health and exercise science. And
how'd you get to NSU? On the scholarship? Or?
No, I just, I had my GI Bill, and I knew I was wanting to go to school eventually.
Right.
So once I got out of the military, I came to NSU, and from there, really wasn't sure what I was going to do with the education, to be honest. I knew I wanted to teach, but then at the same time, I needed a job, so that's where the opportunity to work at the DC came up.
Okay.
And from the DC, literally a month later, they came talk to me, asked about patrol. From patrol, 2 years, I went into the school system from there.
A black man who's educated is dangerous, man. And a lot of folks, the sad part is many times you have to dummy down and act like you don't know to get into places because a lot of times, the Boston Celtics has a young man, intelligent young man. As a matter of fact, he went to Berkeley, and he had offers to all kind of other places, but he goes to Berkeley for education. And now they say he's one of the smartest athletes.
Wow.
And he played for Boston Celtics, and Boston Celtics said he's problematic.
Gotcha. Wow. Wow.
Anytime you can think for yourself,
Yes, sir.
you become
Yeah,
problematic.
I can see that.
So Rodrick, you're problematic.
Well, to some of them a problem, to some of them a solution. So that's how I see it.
To me, you're a solution for us because we need.
Yeah, it's a need.
We need. I don't want to, because if a white brother say it, we probably say, "What does that mean?" But we need your kind.
Yes.
We need your kind in our system.
Yes, sir.
And and you made the point again about the bulls,
Yes, sir.
elephants.
Yes.
Educational system, listen to me and listen to me good. We will never get to where we need to be unless we put more black males. You're busy trying to get rid of black males. I can count all of the black males who've left our system because you want to try to control them.
Yep.
Listen, a real man you can't control like that. We don't bow our heads like that. We look you eyeball to eyeball. That's what my dad always told me. You look a man in the eyes and you tell him, you know. So all this wanting us to bow and things like that, it doesn't happen that way. So you go from military and you go into law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
And how do you get to the school system?
So once again, that conversation with David Dorsey just planted the ideal. You
Yeah.
know, so I always knew I was a teacher, coach. That just fit me.
Right.
So to be honest, one of my friends told me, "Hey, if you take this test, I guarantee you can pass without studying." I'm like, okay. So literally, I took the praxis test for physical education, and I passed it. Never studied, never opened up a book.
Wow.
It's just based on my education already and what I was doing as a trainer, it automatically just flowed in there. So once I took the test, I was, like I said, I was in Red River.
Uh-huh.
It was already getting rocky, and
Yeah.
I'm praying, and this is what happened. I had a dream, no joke. Man, dream. This is how God speaks to me.
Yeah.
I had a dream that I was meeting with Miss Davis, not my principal,
Yeah.
Miss Davis, the other Miss Davis,
Yeah,
her sister.
sister.
And it showed me literally where I walked in, I was talking to her, and some kind of way, I had a job with her.
Yeah.
That same scenario actually happened. I met her at a botillion,
Yeah.
and the scenario played out. But the only the difference was she said, "I don't have no openings."
Yeah.
So she said, "But I know who has one."
Yeah.
And it led me to her sister, and that's how I came
Yes.
to LP Vaughn.
Yes.
And what's crazy is, about 2 weeks later, she said, "You know what? I done lost my coach. I wish I already knew you." So, but I was already locked in. Once I said it, we was good to go, and I'm happy to be at LP
that
Vaughn.
is the
That's how it
greatest
happened.
need we have over at LP Vaughn.
Yes, sir.
And listen, God, that's God.
Yeah,
man.
that is man.
Man, he orchestrated
Yes.
that thing.
Yep.
And your principal is a God-fearing
Yes.
woman.
Yes.
Her sister is likewise. But man, God couldn't have planned this thing no better, man.
Yeah. That was like divine intervention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're having all kind of problems with supposedly, because we were in meetings and things. We're dealing with a lot of discipline situations.
Yes, sir.
And Coach Johnson shows up.
Yes, sir.
And you don't have just equations and things like that. You're really dialoguing about there's some solutions.
Yes, sir.
So how do we now shift? By the way, openly, let me say congratulations to your promotion.
Appreciate
Man,
it.
you get promoted quick, man.
Everybody out there listening, prayers are wanted, needed, and will not be turned away.
Come on.
Because I mean, I understand people like, "Ooh, congratulations." I'm looking like, I don't want to be congratulated until I see the work is being done.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate it because for me, it's just I really want to honor God in this position. I really want to be an impact. I really want to see a change.
Right.
So to be congratulated and I hadn't done nothing yet, it's kind of like.
Right.
But I do understand.
What do you need from and I'm just gonna do where the rubber meets the road. What do you need from us, the system?
Yes, sir.
And then what do you need from the community? And most of all, the parents.
Yes, sir.
Because I know we can't turn a ship mid-stream without help.
Yes, sir. So for me, just this is something new for me. So honestly, I can't tell you everything I need at this point because I hadn't walked in these shoes yet. But just based on, because I had a conversation with the old disciplinarian, Mr. Taylor, and he said this key thing. He said, Rodrick, coach, until this community really understand what's going on, it's not going to change any schools.
Yeah.
And it's just like these wild calves running loose. And until we have a system where we have men that are ready to address, I mean, from the home front and in the school system, it's not going to change. We have to have some even consequences, like for kindergarten through second grade. What are the consequences? Kicking them out is not the answer. Well, I understand there's some situations where some of them have to go home. But that ain't the answer. And to be honest, the school system, I'm kind of like,
but what are they gonna go home to though?
Exactly.
Because some of these kids may say, "Oh, I like to go home because I don't do nothing when I go home."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for me, it's going to be
I hear mentorship.
Yes.
I hear pastors, maybe not you as a pastor, but somebody in your church.
Yes, sir. There's a kid, he's not a kid anymore, but he was a kid when I was at schools at East and LP Line and all that as an officer. His name is Logan Davis, and I love what he's doing. He's actually doing like all kind of sports training. He does boxing, he does soccer, and I'm looking like, this young man, he gets it. Like, if the good is not being taught and shown, the bad is already there. You don't have to tell weeds to grow in the garden.
No.
It happens automatically. So, I'm cheering for this young man because I see what he's doing. And I'm like, if he can do it, there's so many more. And I mean, honestly, it's even pushing me to do more because I see the lack of discipline that's needed. There's only so much that I can do in the school system because I'm learning that. At first I was like, ooh, I can go in there and do this, I can do that. Nah, they got policies, they got rules, they got boundaries that they don't want you to cross, and unfortunately, some of those boundaries have to be crossed if we're going to do something different. So I know that I can't do everything I want to do in the school system, so I'm going to do something outside
school too.
Yes.
Or have an instrument that I can work with.
Yes.
I'm thinking already. When you talk about boxing, one of the most right now they're playing football or what they call soccer.
Yes, sir.
And blacks are really excelling in this. You get paid playing soccer. Got a young man who's my nephew, Chris Gistard. He played soccer, and I just found out that he's trying to get a soccer team or whatever. Maybe we can do a lot of soccer.
We have to do something different.
Give these kids something to do.
They have nothing to do, and that's the key. So, that's good. Go ahead.
Yeah, boxing, soccer. Randy and I, we helped with the North Street Boxing Club. When that North Street Boxing Club went down, we lost several talented young men, Now, I don't know if it's MMA that we need to do or whatever, but we need to have these children where they're disciplined in doing something.
Yes, sir.
So now you're from law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
And you're where now you've always wanted to be.
Yes, sir.
In education. But how does that experience in military and law enforcement pay dividends for where you're at right now?
Well, I'm going to backtrack a little even further. How some of these kids are raised, I was raised just like that. I mean, I have a mom who didn't graduate high school, dad who didn't graduate high school. So honestly, what I'm doing is a whole different trailblaze. For me, I have seen doors open that I couldn't imagine where I came from. So I know what they're going through as kids. I understand. And that's the one thing I can relate to them because I was them. I was that kid who didn't know when the next meal was going to come.
Yeah.
I was that kid wondering if mom and daddy going to be all right today. Even prior to law enforcement, military, all that, I seen the rough side of it. And getting the military just got me out of that situation.
Yes.
And going into law enforcement and going into the schools as SRO allowed me to see how they go from the school system to the prison system. It allowed me to see that.
A pipeline.
The pipeline, straight pipeline.
Yeah.
Because nobody's addressing it. It's always, well, let the parents deal with it, let the teachers deal with it. Nobody wants to take ownership. Okay, I'm going to deal with it.
That's right.
Somebody got to take responsibility. So for me, it's if I won't do it, then who will?
Right.
So I'm stepping up to the plate, giving opportunity.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about coaching and mentorship. Yeah. So
ready for an unforgettable night of work.
beside that discipline, you do just discipline, or you do coaching?
As far as
in the school.
I mean, as a disciplinarian, I think you're going to be not coaching as far as
Almost like life coaching.
Yeah, more of like skills and yes, sir.
Yeah.
But once again, this is new for me, so I really don't know how it's all going to play out and unfold. But just based on what I'm hearing and seeing, and now it's two of us because Miss Matuari also, so now we can team up and address stuff.
Yeah. Because she really, she's in Rome right now, but she really understands the legality part of when you talk about dealing with special needs.
Yes, sir.
And that's a whole different beast.
Yes.
Yeah. Some of these kids, I think some of these kids been put on meds for money purposes.
Wow.
So some of these kids are addicted. I didn't have my meds. Reading, I'm acting the way. Here your medicine is right.
They've been told that.
Here your medicine.
Yeah.
That's the medicine I got. And I understand because I done had some folks talk crazy to me. Talking about beating the children. I ain't beating them. I'm correcting them. So again, have they talked about sending you to any workshops and things? Because all over the world, all over the country, they got workshops and stuff.
Yes, sir.
And allowing you to go to the one that you want to go to that will help you in this particular situation.
Well, I know I would have to do further education, but as far as workshops yet, we have not spoken about workshops as of right now. But I'm pretty sure that's in the works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because listen, I don't have no doubt that you're going to be successful. But I've always said, give people the tools.
Yes, sir.
So that they can be successful. Don't just throw me out there.
Yes, sir.
We got a few folks that's in our system that's just been thrown out there.
Yes.
And then we want to try to tell them what they ought to be able to do, this, that, and the other. And you haven't given them not one bit of tools or something to even be a pattern to look like that I can take away or add to.
Yes, sir. That's good.
Yeah. So, as pastors and things like that, especially after the pandemic, we've been going to a whole lot of classes trying to see how can we mitigate some of the things that we're dealing with now that we never seen. We never had to deal with this kind of stuff. People looking at screens and going to church on social media and talking about, I'm afraid to go to the church hall because COVID, this, that, and the other. But COVID at Walmart too.
Yes, sir. It's everywhere.
So COVID must be a real monster in the church, boy. But we're and you, like you said, you can't really say exactly what things look like right now until it starts.
Yes, sir. Yes.
at the particular time you were, what were you before you became your new promotion?
I was coach.
Coaching.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
In the back gym.
Right.
Yes,
And so they just saw how you interacted and dealt with the children and things like that. And I know they respect you well about how you handle things.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your faith, man. What does that mean?
What does that mean? I mean, in Christ, I can overcome anything. That's just it. And really understanding that what Christ did on the cross didn't just stop there. I mean, he gave us everything that we need. And oh my God, it just really boggles my mind that when I see so many victims in church.
Oh, yeah.
I see so many, woe is me, and I'm like, man, we have everything. We have the Word of God. We have Holy Spirit. We have everything that we need in order to overcome every obstacle. So for me, faith is everything, because I done been through some situations. You be like, and how you got here?
Yeah.
So everybody talks about the good, but there's some bad that I went through. You be like, man, you done lived some lives. I have, and that's why I had to learn that no matter what situation I am, my character has to be right.
Oh, wow.
I had to learn it the hard way, though.
Yeah.
Because I was that type of person. I was a risk taker.
Yeah.
That's always been me. Military was a risk,
Yeah.
but it worked out in my favor. I mean...
I got a son that way, too, and I had to constantly tell his son, listen, your daddy been there, done that, man. Don't try to tell me I don't know. I know, man, you know.
And I heard that, too, but some things I had to learn for myself.
That's right.
There was an old lady, Miss Hazel Bowser, man. She was a blessing to my life. She was the reason I literally gave my life to Christ.
Okay.
She used to have this candy shop. And, you know, she draw all the kids because that's where it was at. But when she got us there, she gave us the word.
Yeah.
So she led me to Christ, got baptized in church. And I was like that. She was telling me about this woman that I was dating. Because I was a kid, a teenager. This was a grown woman.
Yeah.
And she told me, she was she said, I don't know if you know, but she going to drive you crazy. Miss Hayes, you old school. You don't know what you're talking about. No, she was right.
She was absolutely right.
No, she was for real. So now I can trust everything else you said because she was spot on. But me and my immaturity, I had no clue.
Right.
So now I can rest like, yo, Miss Hazel Bowser, everything that she said, it came to pass. So everything that she said, I know is the truth.
I told the young man the same thing because I had already gone through it. If you don't like being questioned about everything, where you at, because, you know, they have an insecurity when they're, they'll give you all this and things like that. You say, what's attached to? Oh, nothing. I just locked my man looking good and smelling good, and like something ain't gelling in here.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, I won't get put on the house arrest.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, but I know that area too. Pharrell Barron. Did you know him?
No.
He's pastor Bethlehem Baptist Church in Reserve, Louisiana. Matter of fact, I just talked with him not so long ago. But what are some of the things that we as a people, you talked earlier about health and that you wanted to get an understanding so that you could pass it on to the people. What's some of those areas that we can have some boot camps or something to help us understand we're dying on our feet?
Got it. Okay. So for me, the biggest thing I would learn or tell anybody is learn yourself. I wore this. I know you see the people with the sensors in the back. It was a lingo device that I put on the back of my arm because I wanted to see how my food is affecting my blood sugar, stuff like that. Okay. And when I tell you the information is amazing. Stuff that I thought, quote unquote, was healthy. Yeah, it may be healthy, but the question is, can you afford it? And it's even with
your body.
Can you afford it?
Right.
That goes financially, spiritually. Can you afford whatever it is you're about to do? So when it comes to the health, learn yourself. Learn what makes you rise high in your blood sugar, what drops you. Learn how your hormones. I had to learn my wife's hormones because literally it affects everything.
That's right.
I mean, just think about it. A young lady, a kid, a boy and a girl, same age, they are pretty much alike. Strength, speed. But something's happened when that little boy gets testosterone pushed in him, and something happens when that young lady get estrogen in her. That changes everything.
Right.
So if you can't keep up, if you don't understand your hormones, like insulin, like what the pancreas does, it's going to be a forever battle. Because in our culture, we live off of food. Food is everything.
Right.
And we have created a society where food, I mean, it ain't even food no more. It's food like products. So
and a lot of it is poison.
Yes. And when I'm telling you, when you turn over a label and you can't understand what's being said or what's being sold to you, because you're buying disease.
Right.
Just imagine that you are buying the thing that's causing the disease in your body. And unfortunately, even in the church, oh my God, trying to get people, they just want to pray. I get you praying, but the Bible says prayer without works is dead. So a lot of them stay praying, but don't want to change their diet. They don't want to change how they move, because movement is life. When you stop moving, you stop a whole lot of systems in your body from functioning right. So for me, when I start really understanding, because Blaine Murphy told me this, he said, Rodrick,
Blaine is a great guy.
You can't outword a bad diet, because I had literally typed up everything. I mean, I like the numbers. I had in the Excel sheet, and I had Pop-Tarts in there because it fits in the numbers. But what I didn't understand is when you overuse carbs, because that's what we do, pastas, the rice, all that stuff, your pancreas can't keep up. So right now we got people that's just waking up from sleep, and their blood sugar is already high because their pancreas is not putting up enough insulin to bring it down. When you wake up, your blood sugar should rise a little bit, and it should automatically go down. We got people waking up with 300, 400 blood sugars. So imagine this: you go to the doctor and they give you more insulin. But you're not a type 1 diabetic. A type 1 diabetic, their pancreas don't work. They have a genetic defect. So they need the insulin. They're giving the same thing to a person who's type 2, who really don't need it. They need to just lower down the carbs so that their body can do what it's designed to do. We're not being taught. So we have to educate ourselves. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And I love this conversation between Nicodemus and Jesus. Jesus is trying to explain some things to him that's earthly level. Nicodemus can understand it. And he's saying, how can I tell you about heavenly things when you can't even understand the earthly things, the natural things, how your body works, what makes you tick, how you function? We are lost. And everything that I have found is been in a book. I can recommend a book for finance. I can recommend a book for health, reversing diabetes. I can recommend a book for every situation. Because there's something like, if I'm going to be my best version, I need to work on all those different areas. So I go around and then I come back. Okay, which one can I make better? And I go through every area of my life. You can make all of them better. Remind me of the movie The Last Dragon. I don't know if you remember that. Well, his sensei showed him a little chart, and he had these circles. It's called a circle of life. You got to go through them, and then you're going to circle around, and then you're going to go to another level. And you're going. It's never ending until you leave this place. But we get stuck on comfort. Comfort is killing us. Comfort is killing us. So we got to get uncomfortable. If I believe you with anything, get uncomfortable with your life. Stop settling.
Don't think this is the best of my life.
Oh my God.
Because it has to be in these areas that I maximize. Whether it's my health, my wealth, my vertical, my social. You know, all of that is part of being the best me I can be.
Yes, sir.
I hear people say things like, I don't need nobody.
You
know.
No, I do.
But you're a social being. You know. So we got to take another break. But when we come back, you said something about finance. And boy, we're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Man, I love it.
So we'll be right back. Man, just a real wild rounded.
And have to be. That's, oh my God, I have to be.
Let's see. This our lightning round.
Okay.
We gonna do that in closing. Yeah. Man, I'm probably gonna need you to call in our men's ministry today at 7:30.
Okay.
Might need you to call in, talk, cause we were supposed to be doing some things together. Me, Pastor Smith, and all us. Pastor Smith just wrote a book.
Yeah. Oh, I've been Pastor Smith, man. He's been on it.
Yeah.
We had a conference just in May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And we got another one coming up in October.
Okay.
So
Cool.
we got a little inner circle going on with him. So oh yeah.
All right, now I know this one will take probably 2 shows to do about finance, because all of us like money, but we don't know how money works.
Hey man.
Yeah, most of us, money will get us in trouble. The Bible says that money answereth all things.
Yes, sir.
But then he says the love of money is the root of all evil. It ain't the same thing, y'all. An abnormal affection to money will cause you to be evil to get it. But money answereth all things too.
Yes, sir. It does.
So talk about money.
Whew. So when me and my wife got married, we were $120,000, probably even more than that, in debt. So when we got
everything,
yeah, she had that master's degree, and that thing ain't cheap
Yeah.
in the school. But anyways, so we had roughly $120,000 in debt. Well, let me backtrack. So I had a situation. My wife had just had a baby, and the baby, she was having some stomach issues. My wife had to have surgery. They had to cut her, so they put on medicine so she couldn't breastfeed. The plan was she was going to breastfeed.
Right.
She could not. So we had to do the milks, the products, the different things that they kept giving us. And none of them would work. Her stomach was all upset. I mean, we literally had to physically help her use the restroom as a baby. And milk after milk, none of them worked. And one day, late at night, baby crying, the doctor recommended a whole nother milk. So I go to Walgreens, and my card did not work.
Wow.
And my friend, my brother, Josh Usaduka,
Yeah.
didn't say a word, put out his card, paid for it,
Yeah.
and nothing was said about it.
Right.
But that did something for me. Like,
Right.
something has to change. So from that moment on, it literally it planted a seed that something had to change. At the same time, Pastor Davis at my father's house started doing a class called Financial Peace.
Yes.
And when I tell you that did something for me and my wife, because she had her own money mindset, I had my own, because we came from 2 different worlds.
Yeah.
Her mindset was she was going to die with her student loans. I'm going to die with them things.
Yeah.
And my mindset is, if we got the money, let's pay it, let's get it over with. Because everybody's banking on the government going to take care of them, and you can't wait on the government.
Right.
So we had
Man ain't coming.
He ain't coming. Jesus already came, and he gave you everything you need. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
So here I am, me and my wife, we got 2 different mindsets on money, but this plan gave us a platform. It gave us a runway to where we can take off. And literally, initially, she was not on board. She was not on board. And probably because when I get a plan, I'm all on board.
Right.
So I'm fired up, and I'm like, we ain't going on those dates. We ain't doing this. I stopped getting haircuts.
Yeah.
She didn't get on board until almost a year in, when she started seeing like,
What
it works.
With you? Yeah.
every month I was getting another, hey, you paid off this, hey, you paid off that, hey.
Yeah.
Her mind said, I'm going to die with these.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
And finally, she really did get on board. And when I tell you, it changed our whole life. It changed everything about us, because now we understand that if you give us a plan and we follow it, we're going to see the results.
As twain, we become one.
Man.
And what affects you affects me.
Yes.
So let's get on this thing together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, so for us, it was literally, what really helped was I started teaching financial peace, because Pastor Dave was like you really on board with it, like this is your baby, and I started teaching it. And when I kid you not, when you teach a thing, you want to make sure. I'm the type of person, I'm not about to preach to you and take you through something that I ain't doing.
Yeah.
So literally walking this thing out, month after month, you just see the decrease in that debt. And when we came out of it, it's just like a breath of fresh air.
Wow.
120,000 off your back, and now we have money to where we can actually invest,
and make it work for me.
That's a whole nother topic right now. But now we can even prepare for the next generation.
Yes.
Now we can leave an inheritance.
Generational wealth.
Because as long as you're in debt, you're stressed. Men, and as a man, if I can't provide, I can't just get my baby some milk.
Right.
That's a level of stress that no man wants to feel.
Yeah.
And so, her being a teacher, and when we was going through this,
and teachers go through it big time,
yes,
especially when it comes to finance.
Yes.
Because you never get paid what you worth.
And Lord, I mean, my wife, hey, I need this amount and that amount because my kids need this. So having that freedom of being able to do what we want to do with our money, we don't owe anybody. Right. Man, that is a sense of peace, because it's called financial
freedom.
Peace. That's a sense of peace that you can't explain.
That peace, because I'm free from this.
and even now we are addressing, we're doing the investments. But the biggest deal is, imagine not having a house note.
Yeah.
Imagine how much more you can invest when you got $1,200 going into investments instead of paying on interest on a house. Because people really don't understand how much the house costs.
Oh yeah.
The true cost of a house.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I say, we never really own our house because we got to still pay taxes on it. So, but there's a way around there. We'll tell you about that.
But when you stop sending your money out to all the MasterCards, the Visas, the car notes.
Yes.
I know you want to ride clean, but clean that dirty car
and
put some new wheels on it.
Come on. Put a new air freshener.
Whatever it is you need to do. But what boggles my mind is if you take that same money and you put it in an investment calculator and you see the difference on what you can gain, it blows your mind. Yeah. So I'm going to just quickly give the steps for financial peace. It's literally 7 steps that we did. The first thing was emergency fund. It used to be 1,000. I wouldn't recommend it be 1,000. I would recommend it be at least 1 month of every.
That's right.
Of your.
We want to get to 3 months.
Yes.
But 1 month is good for most households now.
Yeah, but you want to start off with that 1 month.
That's right.
Because life is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because let's say you say, okay, I'm going to get on this debt journey. I'm going to pay off all my debts, but you don't have nothing reserved.
Right.
Your car gonna break, the water heater gonna break. So if you got that savings just for emergencies, called your emergency fund, so that when you are ready, you can just reach over there. You don't have to use a credit card no more. So first thing is emergency fund. Next thing is called the snowball, paying off all your debts. Starting with the smallest to the largest. A lot of people are like, well, I want to do the one with the highest interest. That's going to take the longest, and that's not going to build momentum. You need momentum on your side. So when I started, like I said, my wife wasn't on board. Man, I was getting fired up. Like every detail that was coming out at the sheriff department, bam, that's gonna pay off this one. And she just we kept seeing the papers coming in saying, hey, you paid off this, you paid off that. That gave me momentum to attack the Goliath. The 70,000 in student loans.
Yes.
So a lot of people want to say, hey, address the ones with the biggest interest. Do what you want, but you need a behavior change and not just an interest change.
Yes.
The behavior is what's going to actually make the difference.
And that's the hard one, behavior.
Behavior change is the hardest. So after you pay off everything, now you can work on your 3 to 6 months. Imagine having 6 months of money in the account and they say, hey, you fired.
And that's what I was talking about.
If they let you go today and you got 6 months, you like, cool.
Okay,
because it's not a big stress. But if you get fired and you don't have no money,
come on,
zero, and you living on credit cards, that's a big difference. So once you do your 3 to 6 months of savings, that's where you start investing.
Yes.
And that should be 15% of your income.
Right.
After that, if you got kids, you move on to the college fund, and that's where me and my wife, we've been doing the college fund, 529, ESAs. There are different ones that you can use.
Right.
And the crazy part is y'all have technology. ChatGPT will give you a laid out plan. It'll tell you which one is the best for your situation.
Yeah.
So
use it to your advantage.
Oh my God, we have too much at our hands to be going through this all over again. All right, so after the college fund, you got that rolling. The next thing is paying off your house early. The people who do this program usually be out of debt within 2 years.
Wow.
And literally, that's how me and my wife was, literally out of debt in 2 years. And from there, you can build. So this is what frustrates me with most churches. They preach tithing, but nobody's teaching you how to
Get
live.
liberated.
Nobody teaching you how to get out of debt.
That's
so
right.
the moment I join your church, you want me to pay tithes, but
Yeah.
man, I've been in the debt for 20 years, and
Yeah.
now you asking me, let us help you get out of debt, and the people will give freely.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Imagine,
indeed.
I mean, bro, you just saved me. You just helped me. It reminded me of the story where this crooked guy was he was getting released from it's in the Bible. He was getting released from his owner. He was firing him.
Yeah.
And he went out and changed everybody's receipts.
Right.
And he said, "You wicked." He set up a plan to get himself some help when he get fired.
Right.
One day you're going to leave your job. One day you are going to get let go. You're going to retire. Are you in a place to where you can live the way you want to live?
Right.
And that's why I like financial peace. Now, there are many others. There's Susie Orman.
Right.
There's a guy named, he used to be with Anthony O'Neill. He used to be with Dave Ramsey, but he spun off because he realized the black community needed something different.
Right, something different.
And he addresses it from a Christian standpoint, from a black culture standpoint. Because it's amazing that we see cars riding around saying, "I'm blessed by God," and they're in debt and they can't pay the car note.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally have
Hoping
to
nobody come and repossess it.
we have to change our mindset when it comes to money, but it won't change naturally.
Right.
It just won't happen just because you pray about it. You got to put in some work. So financial peace is a good platform, is a good way to go, but there are many others. I hope this
But
helps.
listen, we about to get out of here. One verse that's your favorite verse.
To be honest, is at the moment. I mean, it just depends on the moment. There's gonna be the verse that I need.
Yeah.
But His grace is sufficient. Comes to my mind right about now. His grace is sufficient.
God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. We love you, and you can't do nothing about it.
Amen. Thank you.
Good energy for Monday. That was great energy.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. We got to bring you back, man. Shucks. Shucks, I got a leave. I got a young lady. She's coming. But shoot, maybe you can partner together and do some things.
Yeah, that was good.
Man, it's like
We'll take this picture right quick.
trying to get it all in so much.
Yeah.
Ain't even get to a best because that's